I first met my boyfriend David at a party. He was charming, funny, and had a way of making me feel like I was the only girl in the world. We started dating, and everything seemed perfect. We had a great connection, and our relationship was strong. Few days after I accepted him as my BF, we planned to have a day to ourselves and chill. David was really handsome and has a sexy body structure, so I was completely looking forward to our first time. It was a nice weekend with warm and chilly weather. He was really happy to have me at his residence. I settled in, we both played around, and it led into a wonderful romance which led to sex. I'm a kind of lady that don't like my VJ eaten. I just want normal sex, and that's all. During foreplay, he attempted to eat me out, but I solely refused, so he focused on my other parts, and he did a good job with them. Now it's time to hit it off. He got me all fired up with the foreplay. But unfortunately, when he slid it in, I noticed that something was different. I couldn't help but feel underwhelmed. Before we continue, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more relationship stories like this. He tried everything, and twisting and stuff. The whole bed was shaking, but I was not really feeling it like I wanted to. Few moments later he came, pulled out, then went into the shower. I was still lying helplessly on the bed, unsatisfied. He came back for another round, and it was all the same. I tried to brush it off, thinking that maybe it was just a bad day for him, but the disappointment kept creeping in. I convinced myself that love was more important than physical satisfaction, and that I could overlook this one flaw. I really liked him. However, as our relationship progressed, I realized that this was more than just a one-time occurrence. David had a tiny dick, and it was impacting our sex life. I tried to communicate my feelings to him, but he would always brush it off and say size doesn't matter. But to me, it did matter. I craved a fulfilling and satisfying sex life, and David just couldn't provide that for me. I started to resent him for something that he couldn't control, and our relationship suffered because of it. One night, we attended a party with some friends, including David's childhood friend, Mark. Mark was everything that David wasn't. He was confident, successful, and had a charming personality that could make anyone fall for him. We hit it off immediately the first time I met him, and after a while, I started feeling drawn to him. As the night went on, David got increasingly drunk and started getting aggressive towards me. In a moment of panic, I ran outside and bumped into Mark, who was also taking a break from the chaos inside. He was sweet and charming as usual. "Is everything okay?" he asked, looking at me with those cute, adorable eyes. He also has a full beard, which I found really attractive in men. "No, everything isn't fine. Can I talk to you for a minute?" As I pointed towards a spot where we could talk without interruptions. He agreed, and when we got there, I poured my heart out to him about my frustrations with David, and to my surprise, he completely understood. It turned out that Mark had been in a similar situation with his ex-girlfriend. She had left him for the same reason, and he had been struggling with the aftermath of it ever since. However, he told me that he has worked towards it, and he is no longer the same man that he used to be when he was with his ex. I believed him. We talked, and in that moment, we connected on a deeper level, and I started to feel a spark between us. The next morning, I woke up in Mark's bed, and for the first time in a long time, I felt completely satisfied, not just physically, but also emotionally. Mark had a normal-sized dick, but he knows how to use it. He must have taken some lessons because no one can ordinarily come up with the skills he displayed that night. He made me feel desired and fulfilled in a way that David never could. After that night, I knew that I had to end things with David, and it wasn't an easy decision. I cared for him deeply, but I can't go on living a lie. I broke things off with him, and even though it was hard, I knew it was the right thing to do. Mark and I started dating, and it has been the best decision of my life. We have a strong physical and emotional connection, and I have never been happier. Leaving my ex-boyfriend for his friend may seem dishonorable, but it was the best decision for my own happiness. In the end, it wasn't about the size of the dick, but about the emotional and physical satisfaction in a relationship. Look, sometimes it's necessary to put your own happiness first, even if it means hurting someone else. It was a difficult journey, but I am grateful that it led me to Mark, who has become my partner in every sense of the word. We are not married yet, but I do hope he proposes to me soon. I'm happy to be with Mark. I might have ruined his relationship with David, but according to him, it was worth it. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel.